Super Mario World is one of my all-time favorite games and one of the first I ever played. In this video, it's my girlfriend Ellie's turn to experience it for the first time. She'll have 5 hours to make it as far as she can into the game. How will she do? Let's jump in and find out. Alright, this week we're playing Super Mario World. This was the first Mario game for the Super Nintendo, released in 1991. I suspect it will be your favorite Mario game yet. Only time will tell. Here we go, baby. I had a great time watching Ellie's experiences with Mario 1 and 3, but this is where I really start to get excited. Super Mario World is my Ocarina of Time of the Mario series, the first one that I have proper experience with and nostalgia for. There are so many great elements of this game, but we'll talk about them all in due time. Ellie jumped into Dinosaur Land in search of Princess Toadstool. She had 2 different level choices here, but opted to go for Yoshi's Island 1.
Oh my.
Giant bullet bill.
That is really big.
As Ellie was getting used to level 1, I noticed she was spin jumping a lot. I was confused as to why she was doing this until I realized that she was stuck in the mindset of an older control scheme. The NES Mario games had her pressing A to jump, but the standard jump in Mario World is now mapped to B. The spin jump is a helpful move for breaking blocks, but doesn't get as much air as a standard jump. Ellie was going to need to rewire her brain.
Oh. So when that... I'm confused. When it was falling down from the sky earlier, why?
Why what?
I don't know. It feels so overstimulated.
Why?
I kind of constantly hit the wrong button, no matter the game or the system. I have a muscle memory of something else always. I'm always, for a half second, second guessing and picking a different button. Like I think the computing, here's what I want to do, this is the button that does it, do it really quickly. Like that 3-step process doesn't go off without a hitch all the time in my head because I start second guessing and thinking it's a different button.
Super Mario World features a very helpful new mechanic that allows Mario to store an extra item. You can drop the item down at any point by hitting select, but the item is automatically dispatched if Mario gets hit. The catch is you have to actually touch the item before it leaves the screen in order to receive it.
Oh, where are those coming from? What made them decide to make them so big this time around?
I don't know.
Whoa! What the hell is that? Whoa, what was he?
Charge and chuck.
Oh, my. Did he go?
A lot of new sights and enemies in Mario World. Nintendo would eventually settle into a comfort zone with the new Super Mario Bros. Series, but back in these days, every new Mario game felt like an opportunity to completely reinvent the formula, to put Mario in a completely foreign place. There are so many breaths of fresh air in Mario World that we'll see more of as Ellie makes progress.
Is this the power-up challenge? Is that what that's called? P button? What are they?
Oh, this is a good time to run, I will say.
Whoa, what did it say? I take a while to comprehend things.
Ellie had pushed one of the colored buttons, activating yellow exclamation point blocks all over the land. Ellie wasn't quite sure what that meant, but no matter for now, it was time for level 2, which is our first acquisition of Yoshi. Our classic green companion is very helpful. Not only can he jump on certain enemies that Mario cannot, but he also affords you an extra hit.
Oh no, I scared Yoshi. I shouldn't have scared him. No, Yoshi. Yosh! Yosh! Yosh!
Ellie was still struggling to stick with B to jump. Surely it would sink in soon enough, but it was interesting to see how long she was sticking with the old control scheme. Regardless, she beat level 2 without much issue, although we did have to leave poor Yoshi behind. Level 3 takes place up in the cliff tops, with some pretty erratic platforms to contend with.
Ooh. So that's how I do that. Or why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Woo!
Ooh.
What's this? No! What the heck?
So close, she almost beat it on her first try. Despite the death, Ellie was performing better with this game than any other Mario game thus far. In the past, she'd taken issue with Mario's momentum, but it seemed like it was either reduced here or Ellie was just getting used to it. I was curious to hear her thoughts on how Mario feels in this game.
I think he felt better than he did in the other games. I thought that he wasn't sliding as far forward as he had been in the previous games. I don't know how much of that was that he actually isn't going forward as much or that I'm getting used to it. So it felt easier to handle. So I'm imagining it is a little bit. Yosh! Oh. Hi, Yosh. Why is it a green star? Made me think of Luigi. Oh, I did it again.
Level 4 gave Ellie her first taste of water. It's not a proper swimming level. If you play your cards right, you can avoid the water entirely, but the odds of that for a newcomer are pretty slim.
Whew, that lasted longer than it used to.
It did.
These pufferfish are scary. They're real scary.
They are.
Alright, with level 4 complete, we were on to the first castle. Per usual, these levels present some pretty tricky platforming sections and also culminate with a boss fight. It's a tall order, but the good news is that completion of a castle enables you to save the game again. How would Ellie fare with Iggy Koopa's castle?
Oh, lovely. The last second. It's okay. This is okay. You did it! You did it!
Nice.
You did it!
Wow.
Wow! You did it! Wow! Let's go to Donut Land!
Heading to Donut Land.
Wow, I can't believe I did that.
That was very impressive.
Wow, guys! It was euphoric because I was just taking it all in as each part hit me, and then suddenly I had beaten it. Like, I think I just wasn't thinking too hard about, you have to win, you need to beat this right now, because I was just absorbing each new area as it came to me in the new fight, and so I just think that made it easier in a way, because I wasn't really focused or thinking about beating it first try. I was just live in the moment absorbing what was happening, so it felt pretty great to beat that so quickly. I felt like a gamer.
Ellie moved on to Donut Land, leaving Yoshi's Island in the dust. The first level features a bunch of flying Koopas. Jumping on one with a flashing cape nets you one of this game's new power-ups. This cape allows Mario to float down from a jump more slowly, spin attack enemies, and even take flight if you can get a running start. It's very helpful, but so far, it didn't seem to be assisting Ellie very much.
Hello.
And that's why she doesn't run. Put that in.
An interesting element of this level is that it contains a bonus game hidden in a warp pipe. This game allows you to earn up to 5 extra lives if you can hit these question mark blocks in the right order. Ellie was struggling a bit with this level, but each time that she played through it, she at least had the chance to earn some extra lives.
I hate Chuck. Phew.
Nice.
Oh my god, this is a nightmare. How will I do that area?
One thing I was noticing so far in Super Mario World is that it explains a lot more to the player than previous entries in the series. All over the place, Ellie was finding these blocks that provide a small dose of information when hit. This is a similar progression to what we saw in the Zelda franchise, where A Link to the Past seemed more inclined to communicate than Zelda 1. The question is, was any of this even helping?
I loved tutorials. Being bombarded by a wall of text that is a manual, even if it's helpful, is hard, and I kind of want to learn as I'm playing. Just by trying something over and over again, I just tend to want to do that. It's kind of like reading all the instructions for a board game or a card game. You don't really get a true feel until you just start playing it. I like being given them in the moment live as I'm already doing something more piecemeal. I think this will make my life easier over here if I kill one of him. I don't know what the hell I just did.
Oof. That was a close call, but we made it out.
Jeez.
The next stage finally found us in an underground level. We've got bats, some new shelled enemies, and these platforms that will crush Mario if he's not careful. Something I'd noticed throughout her entire journey with Mario so far is that Ellie's not very curious with regard to warp pipes. She'd missed a lot of optional areas because she didn't try to go down or up them. In the past, she just didn't want to bother risking a new area if she were already doing well, but World had directly shown her the value of exploration by providing her with this bonus game.
Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt.
Hurt me. Me. My experience first, please. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Third time's the charm. Nice. There we go, baby. There we go. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Next up was a ghost house. These spooky levels are occupied by the infamous boos and can be pretty tricky. They're predicated less on brutal tests of dexterity and more on cerebral challenges, exhibiting a little non-linearity. For example, in this first one, Mario is stuck in a loop until he activates this beanstalk to find a secret door. Thankfully, this first house is really easy and provided a save point upon completion, which meant that these last few levels were done for good. One of my favorite elements of Super Mario World is the variety of levels. Mario 3 introduced themed worlds, but this game just feels like it's bursting with ideas. And that goes beyond the cosmetic themes. Each level introduces a gameplay mechanic specific to that particular level. For example, our current stage features platforms on these tracks, providing opportunities for tricky jumps and changing the track itself by hitting these switches.
There you go.
I don't want to get it. It'll stress me out too much. It's okay, don't fret. You're okay.
Made it through, made it through. That's what I'm talking about.
This level features some classic hammer throwers. They're intimidating, but all you have to do is hit one of their blocks one time and you're good to go. From there, you can use their platforms to proceed.
Yoshi, Buddy. Buddy, it's okay.
Oh.
Buddy, it was okay. We didn't have to do this. Well, worked out for me.
You made it. You made it.
Wow.
That's all that matters.
That worked out for me.
That's all that matters.
With that level down, it was time for Morton's castle.
Who's Morton?
He's one of the Copas. Nice, nice. Nice.
Oh, it's okay. I'm okay. Not even anything fun.
Ooh.
My mom got me this sweater.
Ellie almost made it to Morton on her very first try, but she came up just a bit short. This last stretch of platforming before the boss door is really challenging and has no room for error. These spikes will damage Mario, but you're just as likely to be smushed, which kills Mario immediately, regardless of how many power-ups you have.
Running out of time might be the cross I have to bear.
You got time.
At this point, a game over was pretty costly, as Ellie would have to replay 2 entire levels to get back to the castle, which were some of the most challenging stages she'd faced thus far. Pretty quickly, the grind of having to play these levels over and over again began to take its toll.
It was just deeply frustrating. I don't like having to do the same thing over and over and over again and feel like I'm getting worse at it. And that made me feel like I was back in one of the older games. It just didn't feel like I had the perks or the things I was liking about this as a new game in those 2 levels, because I was so stuck, and up until that point everything had been kind of new and shiny, and I had save points, and that was exciting, and I was progressing through everything really seamlessly, and some things really simple, and I felt really motivated, and I think it just felt like a stark contrast.
For the first time in this game, Ellie had reached an impasse. Hour 3 rolled on with Ellie suffering through the same few levels over and over again. While she was playing though, I came to find that she had been pushing the analog stick down after every jump, thinking that doing so would bring her to the ground faster. She had done this in the earlier Mario games too, not just this one. Since she'd complained about Mario feeling slippery, I was wondering if her analog stick inputs might have exacerbated that feeling. Hopefully by doing it less, Ellie would start to have a smoother, less frustrating experience.
God, I hate that. Stop freezing me while Yoshi breaks out. Stop. Stop.
Ellie'd had enough of dying on these levels, so she decided to try something new. She's found the pressure of running out of lives in these games has a notable impact on her ability to perform well. As the number reaches closer to 0, the pressure mounts and she can hardly even focus anymore. In fact, Ellie has occasionally just thrown Mario off a ledge when she's down to 1 life, just so she can start fresh. To combat this problem, she decided to make use of a gift that Super Mario World had given her. This bonus game back in Donut Plains 1. Each time she played this, she could get up to 5 extra lives, giving her way more wiggle room to have a few deaths. The only catch with this approach is that Ellie had to actually beat the level each time to keep the lives.
Feeling good. This is what I want to do. I have a good idea. I feel rejuvenated. I'm doing something different than I was doing, at least. I knew that what was frustrating me the most was losing lives on the levels preceding the castle and knowing that I would want more at that point to feel security in going through it. Like the stakes wouldn't be as high, so I would perform better. There are a lot more perks to World than the others, so I thought, why not just go back? Because I can go back and that's saved, and I know of an exact spot in a level that I'm pretty sure I can do over and over, and then I'm not losing progress so much each time, and I'm coming back having done a different level right before it, which feels refreshing, and it's just kind of giving me what feels like a blank slate.
And so Ellie rinsed and repeated. There was an extra life here, an extra life there. She'd played through the level so many times now that she was able to beat it without failure. After building up to 9 lives, just like a cat, she decided she'd had enough and headed back for the castle.
Oh my god. It's okay. I know I can get there, and that was exactly what I was telling you would happen. Is I don't have experience with that boss, it would not go well.
A death, but Ellie had finally made it to the boss. Morden is a bit more traditional than Iggy. He requires 3 hits to the head, but he's able to climb on both the walls and the ceiling, dropping down when he crosses over Mario. His landing creates a shockwave that stuns Mario if he's not in the air when Morden hits the ground, adding another layer of complexity.
He just bounces off of him up there. Dang, he's fast. Did I do it? Did I do it?
Woo, woo. Oh my.
The miracle of life. If I just have more lives, it changes my brain completely.
There you go.
It changes my mindset completely.
Wow.
Completely.
Ellie was on to the Vanilla Dome. This first stage is another cave level, but this one is a little more complicated than the last one. This structure of blocks is impossible to clear without destroying them. This can be done with a shell, but the simplest approach is to just throw a shell down below. Jumping over these incoming enemies gets you stuck back in the blocks though, so you need to chase after the shell once you've thrown it.
This is a good time to run. Good, perfect, great job.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. So you have to run to do this one.
Looks like it.
Ooh, close, but you made it.
Whoa.
For this final hour, I decided to jump in and play a separate file alongside Ellie. To make things a little more interesting, I decided my goal should be to catch up to her. Every time we lose a life, we've got to hand the controller over to the other person. Before I was up though, Ellie jumped back into her current stage.
Steep hill. Oh, nice. Oh, very well done. That was really good that you grabbed that shell.
Whoa. Ba-da-bum-bum. Ooh. 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 Ha ha ha. Yes.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
wanted.
Wow. Oh, no.
Damn.
Wow.
Alright, now it was time for me to give it a shot.
That was a fun sound. Oh my god, you already have 10 lives. This is crazy. What in the world? This like blows my mind to watch.
Really?
Like watching a speedrunner.
Speed run, baby.
Yes, it blows my mind.
Damn it, Yoshi, get back here.
I can't keep up. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is the game I used to play at the house of the family friends where the dad ended up like shooting at police.
Hey. Whoa! What in the world? No one taught me how to use this. Well, this is a lot more worth it now. What the? How are you doing that? No, legitimately. How did you do that? Oh my god! How did you do that? So you get that.
Secret.
The green ones.
Without a doubt, one of my favorite elements of Super Mario World is the amount of secrets it contains. Levels represented by a red dot on the map have a secret exit, which will take you somewhere else on the map. Discovering these is a ton of fun, as is seeing where on the map it takes you. More than any earlier game in the series, Mario World feels like it rewards you for taking the time to explore off the beaten path. Even the world map itself feels so much richer than those of Mario 3, at least in my opinion. All of these levels really do feel like they're part of a cohesive world, appropriate given the game's title.
Oh god. Oh! I died.
Couldn't quite catch up to her on that life, but a good run nonetheless. Now it was time to see if Ellie could make it through her current challenge.
Oh, checkpoint. Okay.
Yay.
Nice. Great job there.
Oh my god, I'm out of time. Out of time and I don't even know what I'm doing right now. This is slippery. I only got a minute left. Oh my gosh, this sucks. I don't like how the ice feels. Get me out. Okay, I gotta get out of this level. It's okay. I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay. Ah! Oh my god, one life left. Oh my god.
Oh
I'm a
man.
master.
That was
I'm
crazy.
a master.
Wow.
I'm a master.
That might have been the most impressive display of platforming we've seen from Ellie in any Mario episode thus far. She kept her composure and just used her instincts. The beauty of a platformer is using split-second reflexes to traverse through insane scenarios, something Super Mario World gives you plentiful opportunity to do.
I like Super Mario World. I think it's fun. I think it gave me things that I always want to have, which is save points, checkpoints, more lives, the ability to go back and get more lives, and overall felt easier to accomplish. And so I just felt set up for success from the beginning with this game. I'm a world fan. It's my favorite so far, so Wilson was correct once again.
If you enjoyed this video, why not subscribe or check out another episode? And if you really enjoyed this video, you can become a patron or channel member to help us make more. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.